Let's start with the next topic that we have is nothing but a subset. Okay, let's start with the next topic that is subset. So if I have two sets, set A and B are there. If every element of set A is present in set B, then what I'm saying, if every element of set A is present in set B, then A is called as a subset of B. A is called as a subset of B. This is the symbol for subset. Correct? So for example, A is having elements 1, 2, 3. Correct? B is having elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then I can say that A is a subset of B. Correct? Now A is a subset of B, it means every element of A is present in B. Now this subset is called as a proper subset. What it is called as a proper subset. Proper subset. Now what is meant by a proper subset? Proper subset means number of elements in A should be less than number of elements in B. What does it mean? Proper subset means all the elements of A are there in B, but B has some extra elements. What does it mean? All the elements of A are present in B, but B has some extra elements also. Correct? All the elements of A are present in B, but B has some extra elements. That is, if I say 4 and 5, are they there in A? No, they are not there. So B is nothing but a proper. So A is nothing but a proper subset of B. Now, if I want to say something with the relation of B, so B is called as, this is read as, A is the subset of B, or B is the superset of A. A is the subset of B, or B is the superset of A. Correct? So what does it mean? B is the superset of A. This is another way of saying. Okay. Now another symbol that I have is nothing but A subset of B. Now this is nothing but improper subset. This is nothing but improper subset. This is improper subset. Not a proper. Improper, not a proper. Now why is it not proper? Because if I look at this symbolizes equal to also. So there is a chance that A and B can be equal also. So A is a subset of B or can be equal to B also. So it includes two identities in itself. That is, A is a subset of B or A equals to B. Clear? Okay. Note this down. Then we'll be seeing. Okay. Then we'll be seeing the next part. That is nothing but the number of subsets. For example, let's say that you can pause the video and note this down. I'll be continuing to the next part. What is the next part? A is nothing but 1, 2, 3. Correct? Now, how many subsets you can think of in this? How many subsets you can think of in this? See, always, if I talk about the number of subsets it can have, first is nothing but 5. Always. Null set is a subset of every set. So you can write null set is a subset of every set. Next, 1 as an element is a subset of this, 2 as an element and 3 as an element. So how many subsets are there from here? 3. This is 1. 3 subsets are obtained if 1 element is there. Now if I take any 2 elements, this is 1 and 2, 1 and 3 and 2 and 3. So how many did I get from here? 3 from here also. Correct? Now see one more thing. 1, 2 and 2, 1. They are equal. 1, 2 and 2, 1 are equal because what did I start the chapter with? what is a set? A set is a well-defined collection of objects. It's a well-defined thing. If I say 1, 2 or 2, 1, does it make a difference? It doesn't. If I am saying that 2, if I see 1, 2 and 2, 1, correct? Now, if I am saying that I am listing a set in which I have 2 elements, that is apple and banana. Let's say another set, it is having banana and apple. Does it make a difference? No, it doesn't make a difference because the elements are same. So, a well-defined set will have same elements and order doesn't matter in that case. So, if I say 1 and 2 and 2 and 1, they will be treated as same. So, 1 and 2, 1 and 3 and 2 and 3. So, having 2 elements, there are 3 subsets which are possible. Now, one more thing. See, this was the most important part. What's the most important part? Phi is nothing but the null set is a subset of every set. What is one more thing that I am supposed to add over here? One more thing is nothing but 1, 2, 3. So see, 1, 2, 3 is nothing but the given set itself. So given set is a subset of itself. So what can I write over here? Every set is a subset of itself. ये दो चीज आपको हमेशा याद रखनी है. You're supposed to memorize this, है ना? What you're supposed to memorize? Null set is a subset of every set, and a set itself is a subset of, है ना? So every set is a subset of itself, है ना? So if I'm talking about 1, 2, 3 as a set, 1, 2, 3 will be a subset only, and flux will also be, that is, sorry, not a flux, and 5 will also be a subset. So if you count number of subsets, it can have 1, 2, 3. How many number of subsets are possible? So 1, 3, 4, 3, 7 and 1, 8. So how many subsets are possible? 8 subsets are possible. 8 subsets are possible. How many subsets are possible? 8 subsets are possible. So there is a formula. What am I supposed to memorize? You have to memorize this. Memorize this. If a set has n elements, if a set has n elements, there will be 2 raised to power of n subsets. This is what you have to memorize. If a set has n elements, there will be 2 to the power of n subsets. Okay. So if I have 5 elements, 2 raised to power of 5, that will be 32 elements. Correct? So please note this down. Very important. You have to memorize this. Most important part. You have to memorize this. आपको memorize करना है. ठीक है? So if I'm giving you something to memorize, you keep it in mind because questions based on this have been asked in the previous year JEE examinations. Now we'll be seeing questions previous year JEE what have been asked based on this part. Let's see that. Okay friends, let's see the first question. What the first question says. A set T is defined as all the values of x such that this condition is to be satisfied. Now you have to simplify this and check what is the value of T you are getting. Okay? Pause this video to note the question down and solve this question. Okay? This is an NCERT example question.
If you want to note it down, this is an NCERT exemplar question. Okay, now if I solve this, what do I get? Let's take the LCM. X plus 5 upon x minus 7 minus 5 is equals to 4x minus 40 upon 13 minus x. So first step is to take the LCM, cross multiply. What do you get? X plus 5 minus 5x minus 7 upon x minus 7 is equals to 4x minus 40 upon 13 minus x. Correct? If I open the brackets, what do I get from here? X plus 5 minus 5x plus 35 upon x minus 7 is equals to 4x minus 40 upon 13 minus x. If you simplify this, what do you get? X minus 5x, you get minus 4x plus 40 upon x minus 7 is equals to 4x minus 40 upon 13 minus x. Now in mathematics, you always remember one thing, we cannot cancel both of them like this. Correct? If you cancel both of them, you will come to know that what is the mistake you have done. Why we cannot cancel this on both the sides? That I will tell you later. Why we cannot cancel? Why cannot cancel? That I will be keeping at the last of this video. As soon as I finish this portion, I will tell you why cannot we cancel. For the time being, you don't cancel it. Why you do not cancel it? Because if you cancel it, you will not get the answer. You will get it 0. Okay? So for the time being, you keep it as a question mark. Why you should not cancel? That I will tell you now. Now let's multiply this. So what do you get from here? See, minus 4x plus 40 cross multiplied, 13 minus x is equals to 4x minus 40 into x minus 7. Can I take this on the left hand side? And what will I get from here now? You can take minus common. So 4x minus 40, 13 minus x, minus taken out common. So this is minus of this. And if this comes on this side, this will be minus of 4x minus 40 into x minus 7 is equals to 0. So can I take 4x minus 40 common? So you can take 4x minus 40 common from here. So 4x minus 40 taken out common, left over is minus 13 plus x minus x plus 7 equals to 0. If you simplify this, this will give you 4x minus 40 into some constant that is minus 6 equal to 0. Now, can I divide 0 by minus 6? Yes, I can. So once you divide it, this gets cancelled. Correct? This will be 0. So 4x minus 40 equal to 0. So 4x equals to 40. X will be 10 from here. So what is the value of x? X is equals to 10.
So what is satisfying this? 10 as an element is satisfying, so my answer is A. So x is equals to 10. So this T is nothing but 10 as a center. Correct? Note this down and then we will move to the next part of the question. Okay. Now let's see the second question. Second question, question number 2. What the second question says? Now see 8 raised to n minus 7 and minus 1 is given to you. Correct? Now, whenever a question of this type is given, this is actually concept of binomial theorem which is going to study in 11th grade. Binomial theorem में अगर आप पढ़ेंगे, then you will come to know what is actually this written. Okay? If you see, this is nothing but all the factors of 49 ये लिखा होगा. ठीक है? आप check करके देख सकते हैं. How can you check? Substitute n as 2 over here. Substitute n as 1 first. You get 8 minus 7 minus 1, that is 0. If you substitute n as 2, you get 8 square, that is 64, minus 14 minus 1, that will be 49. If you substitute 8 as 3, that's 512, minus 21, minus 1. Correct? So these are all nothing but the factors of 49 we have. Okay? So let's substitute the values and check. So n equals to 1. What do I get? X is nothing but n equals to 1. What do I get? 8 raised to n minus 7 and minus 1. So this is nothing but 8 minus 7 minus 1, that's 0. N equals to 2. What you get from here? If you substitute n equals to 2, you'll get 64 minus 14 minus 1, that will be 49. If you substitute n equal to 3, you'll get 512 minus 21 minus 1, that will be 490. Okay, you have 490. Correct? So 0, 49, 490. So multiples of 49. So what is this? Nothing but multiple of 49. Okay. Okay. Now let's see this part. Now if when I talk about y, what is y? Y is nothing but 49 ka multiple. That's also consecutive multiple. If you see the first one is nothing but 8, 8 square, 8 cube, 8 raised to 4, that will come in that fashion. Correct? If I talk about 8 square, 64, 8 cube, we got 512. Then 8 raised to 4, आपके पास आ जाएगा 8 raised to 4 is nothing but 2 raised to power of 12. 2 raised to 10 is 1024, 2048 and 4096. Okay, 4096. So again it goes on till 4000. So next number that I'm expecting is nothing but 4k, something of that sort. Okay. So what we'll do is now let's check y. What do you get in terms of y if you put n as 1? Y आपके पास क्या आ जाएगा? Let's see. If you put n as 1, what you get in that case? You get 49, 1 minus 1, 0. If you put n as 2, you get 49. If you put n as 3, that is nothing but 49 into 2. That is 98. So these are consecutive multiples of 49. So if you see, all these numbers will one day come in this. 49 has come, 0, 49 is there. 490 will come in this. Yeah, for n equal to 11. For n equal to 11 over here, if I substitute n as 11, what I will get? 49 into 11 minus 1, that is 490. So for n equal to 11, one day, one time 490 will come, but that will come later. So can I say that all the elements of x are there in this? Yes. So can I say x is a subset of y? Yes, it is. So x is a subset of. Take it. Correct. See, if you have understood or if you have studied binomial theorem, how can I write this? This can be written as 8 raised to n minus 7 and minus 1. This is nothing but 7 plus 1 raised to the power of n minus 7 and minus 1. Now this is opened as 7c0, 7 raised to n plus 7c1, nc1, 7 raised to the power n minus 1 plus nc2, 7 raised to n minus 2 plus goes plus ncn minus 1, 7 plus ncn minus 7 and minus 1. So this 1 and ncn will get cancelled. Now NC n minus 1 is nothing but 7n. So this and this will get cancelled. If you see the term which is just preceding, this will be NC n minus 2. इससे पहले just preceding term to this will be NC n minus 2, 7 raised to the power of 2. Correct? So that will be left. So afterwards everything gets cancelled. So left over is NC0, 7 raised to n, plus NC1, 7 raised to n minus 1, plus NC2, 7 raised to n minus 2, plus goes on, plus NC n minus 2, 7 square. So can I take 7 square common? Yes, I can take 7 square common. Left over is NC0, 7 raised to n minus 2, plus goes on till NC n minus 2 as a constant. So this is some value k. So it is 49 times k. Correct? So what is this? This is nothing but 7 square, that is 49, and some constant k. If you have not studied binomial theorem, I will teach you, I will tell you what all things come in binomial theorem. If you have not studied binomial theorem, just wait for few lectures. Yeah, let's finish some important chapters previously, the basic chapters, then we will go for binomial theorem. Or if you have studied binomial theorem, this is the way of solving it. Okay, so basically the question when we talk about asking JEE mains examination or advanced examination, they are a mixture of 2 or 3 concepts. They are not purely based on one concept. So they will be based on 2-3 different concepts, and from that we need to get the answer. Correct? So you can note this down. We'll be moving to the next concept after this. Okay, let's move to the next part of the chapter. We have nothing but power of a set. Power of a set. That is represented by PA. Okay, power of set is nothing but PA. What is meant by power of set? Power of set is nothing but a set. A set consisting of all the subsets. So for example, if I have a set A as 1, 2, 3 as an element, right, we have listed down all the subsets. So I will directly write down power of set of A. Power set of A is nothing but 5 as an element, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So what does it include? What does power of a set A include? Power set includes all the subsets. So if you list down all the subsets of A, that will be 8 subsets. So power set will have all the subsets in that set. So power set will have all the elements as a subset. Correct? So if I am talking about, let's say that how many elements A has? A has 3 elements. So how many subsets it will have? Subsets will be 2 raised to power of 3, that will be 8. So number of elements in the power set of A will be 2 raised to power of 3, that is 8. Correct? So what does it mean? The number of elements in a power set is nothing but the total number of subsets, because subsets are nothing but taken as elements by the power set. Okay? So what is the most important note is they have to remember is number of elements in a power set of A is nothing but 2 raised to power of n, where this is what you have to memorize, where n is the number of elements in A. Note this concept now, we'll be doing 2 questions based on this as well. Okay? Okay, now let me erase this part and let's see these questions now. What the first question says? The first question says that which of the following cannot be the number of elements in the power set of a finite set? So if a power set is there, it will have how many? Power set is nothing but a set containing all the subsets. So for example, there are n elements. So the number of elements in the power set will be 2 raised to power of n. Correct? So how many elements are here? If you see 26, is 26 a multiple of 2? So there cannot be 26 elements. So first option itself we have identified the culprit. So A is the answer. Correct? Next, if you see there are multiple of 2, so they can be there. Okay, let's see the second question. Second is a good question. See, a set A has 1, 3, 5, 7, that is 4 elements. Then the number of elements in power of a power set A is 2 raised to the power of 2 raised to the power of n. Now what is the value of n over here? Correct? So what is given? A set A is given to you. Okay? You have to find out the value of n. Now you will be asking me, sir, this type of question can they be asked? Yeah, it can be asked in the integer type question. Correct? But it's a very easy question, so they won't ask you this in the ITJ examination. Correct? So you will have the options as well with you, so you can easily rectify the answer. Correct? When you are going for JEE examination, don't expect these easy questions to come. These are just the building blocks. Okay. Now let's see this question. A set A has 4 elements. Then the number of elements in power set of A first. Let's see. So power set of A will have how many elements? It will have 2 raised to power of 4. That is 16 elements it will have. Correct? Now power of power set of A. What does it mean? It is nothing but all the subsets of this power set. So it has 16 elements. Number of subsets it will have is 2 raised to the power of 16. Correct? Now 2 raised to power of 16 is to be compared with what? 2 raised to power of 2 raised to power of n. So this has to be 16. So 2 raised to n has 16. So n has to be 4. So what is the value of n? The value of n is 4.